both Global and JP Dokkan have received 2 new dual DOKKANFEST banners, and you guys already know what that means. The red coin shop in the Baba shop has indeed updated. So I'm going to go through each of these units, basically guys, give you my thoughts on each unit, and I'll go ahead and recommend which units you should buy from this list. There's some of these units that I would recommend, others that I wouldn't recommend for specific reasons, and I'll go over that in just a second. Guys, make sure to subscribe. You want to see more content like this. We're now on the road to 6K. Only you can make that possible. Let's hop straight into this video. So the first unit here is Tech Lr Vegito. Yes, I'm always going to recommend DOKKANFEST LRs. Of course, it's going to depend on who you have in your box, right? You watching this video right now, you may have this guy rainbowed, where someone else may not even have a single copy of him, right? So, Tech Lr Vegito and the 5-year Lr Gogeta, these are really powerful units. And even though they're not the greatest anymore, they're still top tier, units in the game. They do take a while to build up, which is like the only unfortunate thing, because during the 5-year, these units, once they're completely built up, they're doing insane numbers. But now we have units that are doing what they do turn 1, right? So it's a little bit crazy, but the power creep, has changed the game moving forward. So they're not what they used to be in terms of hype and stuff, but they're still definitely powerful and can help in a lot of difficult content in the game. Now, I do think that Lr Gogeta honestly is a little bit better. His effective against all types really pushes his damage over the limit. I know that Tech Lr Vegeta has an additional super attack, but if you're facing an intelligence enemy and he doesn't even have if he doesn't even crit, he's not doing that much damage compared to Gogeta, in my opinion. So Gogeta, even facing an Asia enemy, will just destroy, right? So I do think Gogeta's a little bit better, but you really can't go wrong with who you select. Now, the really cool thing is that this guy actually has a free-to-play super attack grind. Actually, no, both LRs have a free-to-play super attack grind. This guy, you can actually grind up the STR base form Vegito from one of the Vegito Dokkan events, and use that to raise this guy's super attack. He drops as an SSR, and you can actually grind up the free to play Gogeta, STR Gogeta from the Broly, story event. He actually doesn't even he has a smile, but he doesn't even show his teeth. It's a little bit confusing to know the difference, but very similar poses. Free to play STR Gogeta from the Broly movie event and story event, and again, get him freely up to SA10. And there's nothing better in the game than being able to, obtain a new unit and get their super attack up to SA10 for free, saving you a lot of Kais. Next, we have the 4-year anniversary LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So these LRs have gotten not significantly, but I would say Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta has gotten significantly buffed with these new units that came out. Because they're rainbow orb changers, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta has it a lot easier to go ahead and get his 18 key, because before Vegeta needs his 18 key to massively raise his defense, which is going to allow him to defend a lot better. But Super Saiyan 4 Goku gets a massive defensive raise on both his 12 and 18 key, just making him an overall better unit, right? So Super Saiyan 4 Goku, if you're gonna go with any of the Super Saiyan 4s to build your GT Heroes team, which definitely makes a lot of sense, I would go with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. To me, he's just a better unit overall, better defensively. He does hit very hard. And honestly, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta just isn't what Super Saiyan 4 Goku is. But now, let's say you pulled the new GT Vegeta that leads GT Heroes. You honestly can't even go wrong with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, because him getting these 18 key supers are just going to be extremely easy. This Vegeta is not going to be lacking. I'll tell you that right now. So you really can't go wrong with any of these Super Saiyan 4s, especially if you pulled the new DOKKANFEST Goku, go with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. If you pull the new DOKKANFEST Vegeta, go with the Vegeta. That's just kind of I would probably recommend that. So out of these first 4 LRs, again, you really can't go wrong. They're not the hypest units, I understand that, but they're definitely very powerful. Now keep this in mind, okay? The 6-year anniversary banner on JP had the Super Saiyan 4s on them, okay? The Super Saiyan 4s were actually on the 6-year banners. With that being said, you may want to wait, okay, until the 6-year anniversary releases to pull these guys off the banner. I know you were thinking, Mr. Baby, since the Super Saiyan 4s are on this banner, what's the likelihood that they'll be on the anniversary banners? Well, let me tell you something, all right? The 5th year anniversary last year had AGL LR Gohan on those banners, and then the download celebration, which happened literally the next month, had LR AGL Gohan on the same banner. So they left that man on that banner. I think right now, since it's April, I do think in the next 2 to 3 months they'll still keep the Super Saiyan 4s on the banner. Just keep that in mind, all right? Next, we have Tech Ultimate Gohan. Tech Ultimate Gohan is actually the unit I bought with my red coins. Again, I always recommend buying LRs, but of course, if there's a unit that you really want that you weren't able to pull, you know, go ahead and get the unit that you want. For me, that was Tech Ultimate Gohan. I finally have this man. I'm going to be, you know, grinding up his links very soon, but definitely one of my favorite TORs in the game. He is still to this day the best defensive unit in this game. Best defensive unit in this game, period, hands down. After a few super attacks, no one could catch up to this man's insane defensive raise. It's literally insane. So he is a very powerful unit. He's more so there to really tank, man, because he in all of these, dude, it's just, he is so good in so many Super Battle Road stages, in Legendary Goku events, any long content, any long and short content. He's just not taking damage. He may take damage for like the first hit in SBR or like Extreme SBR, but after the first, second super attack, this man just cannot be touched. I know, obviously, if he gets super attacked with type disadvantage, like let's say he gets hit with a super attack from what is it, like an intelligence enemy, it's legitimately GG's. So keep that in mind. But other than that, he's definitely going to be good to go. I would recommend him, again, just for how powerful he is defensively, if you don't want to pick up any of these other LRs, or if you already have copies of them. And that's another thing I also wanted to mention. If you have every single unit on this list except for one unit, I would recommend maybe getting that one new unit, because getting a dupe is not going to benefit you as much as getting a completely new unit. Keep that in mind. Next, we have Angel Golden, well, Frieza that transforms into Golden Frieza. Now, I didn't buy him, but I did pull 2 copies of him from the summons that you guys, from the summon video that I released yesterday. I think this should be going out the day after, but anyways, so this Frieza, Final Form Frieza, that transforms to Golden Frieza, is actually very powerful unit. Definitely do not sleep on the man. He's very good. He's able to defend. Hold on, let me pull him up here. He can stack defensively. He gets his active skill legitimately turn 1. The reason why I really like this Frieza is because not only is he on reps of Universe 7, which is one of my favorite teams, but he actually leads 2 categories that are currently already in the game. He's not bringing any new category to Dokkan, right? He's buffing 2 new categories in the game, which is a step in the right direction. Dokkan, please continue doing this. But yeah, this guy is very good. He does almost everything. He's like a better version of STR Cooler. He is legitimately a nightmare. No pun intended with his link, but he's very good. I definitely recommend him. And then once he's in this state, it's legitimately GG's. I need to get his links up very soon. But I do recommend him. These units are not bad. These are all DOKKANFEST, and these are top tier DOKKANFEST. So if you don't have Frieza, I do recommend getting him. If you already do have a copy of him, maybe consider getting one other unit. But like, if you're like me right now, I have every single unit on this list right now. So, you know, if you're looking for a dupe, honestly, and that's another thing. If you're like me and you finally have every single unit on this list, which I didn't have until I got to take Ultimate Gohan. If you have every single unit on this list, maybe save your red coins for a DOKKANFEST LR that you don't have. For example, I don't have LR Buhan, LR Physical Buhan, LR Physical Boo-Tanks, whatever you want to call them, from the download celebration. I didn't pull them. So that's an LR that I would definitely want to buy, and I'm gonna start saving my stones now for the 6th year anniversary. And when I summon on both UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta's banners, if I don't, you know, let's say I pull the units or whether I don't, I'll probably spend enough stones to buy an LR from the shop. And Physical Boo-Tanks will probably be that LR that I end up purchasing, but you know, we'll see. Next we have, okay, so these are the 2019 Christmas units or New Year's units, whatever you want to say. The Super Saiyan 2 Goku that transforms to Super Saiyan 3, which he leads Otherworld Warriors and Super Saiyan 2, and then we have this guy right here. So Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which leads Super Saiyan 2 and Resurrected Warrior. So these units I'm not gonna say they're bad. They're definitely not bad. I don't want to say they're underwhelming either. It's just they're a little bit hard to use in terms of what they need to be really good. So their transformations you're definitely gonna see in battle, which is a really good thing. I do think Super Saiyan 2 Goku is the worst of the two units, and let me just tell you why. So, really quick, so you see how it says attacking demons plus 120%, plus an additional defense boost up by 77%. The more HP remaining, the greater the defensive boost. Vegeta has it the other way. If you're losing HP, Vegeta's defense actually goes up. To me, that's a better ability, right? You could definitely argue that, right? But to me, this is a better ability for sure, because if you're losing your HP very, very fast, or if you're, if you're low on HP, it means that your team defensively, right, is not strong enough, or maybe you got a few unlucky super attacks, whatever the case may be. But the lower my HP is, I would want my defense to be a lot higher. That way I can continue surviving, right? So Vegeta does just that. The higher HP you are, the more attack he has, right? He's hitting extremely hard. But the lower HP you have, he's like, you know what? Let's trade off that attack. Let's get more defense. That way I can be more tanky and survive these incoming hits. I just like that, I like that build and kit a lot better than Super Saiyan 4, not Super Saiyan 4, sorry, Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So you guys can let me know what you think about that. But these units buff a lot of teams. Super Saiyan 2, Majin Buu Saga, Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's family, and Goku's family. Worthy rival, Vegeta's Unworthy Rivals, Resurrected Warriors, and Corroded Body and Mind. Corroded Body and Mind, by the way, if you're trying to buff up that category, this is the unit to pick. And then Goku is buffing all those categories I said, except Worthy Rivals. He has Kamehameha, and what was the other one? He doesn't have Super Saiyan 3? Hold up. Yeah, oh god, okay, yeah. Super Saiyan 3 transformation boost, connected hope, all that good stuff. So yeah, again, these are pretty solid units. They're not the best on this list. I do think Vegeta is the better units here, but you'd probably use Goku a little bit more. It just really depends on, it really just depends on, what your taste is. Let me actually see how many links change for these units. How many links end up changing when this guy goes into his... so just only one link. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Yeah, it's really not that bad. Because when the unit goes from super to extreme, their links definitely could change up a bit. But yeah, Goku is on more categories. That's another really important thing to keep in mind. All of these categories are not something to look over. I think the more categories a unit is on, the more worth it they are, because they're going to... This Goku will literally buff 10 teams. 10 of your teams. Whereas this Vegeta won't buff as many. So just keep that in mind. Next we have, okay, so transforming Goku, transforming Frieza. I may sound crazy for this, but Super Saiyan 2, not Super Saiyan 2 Goku, this base form Goku here, and the base form Frieza that actually dropped alongside him, which is not on this banner, by the way, they're actually, it's not hard to say, or it wouldn't be a stretch for me to say that these guys could get easy A's anytime soon. Why do I say that? Because Go Frieza got an easy A. Go Frieza released after these boys, if you guys remember, during like the $250 million celebration, whichever celebration it was, when they focused on Namek Saga. I think it was 200. I think it was 200. I don't know. It's been a long time, but they've been around for quite some time. Go Frieza came out as the part 2 to this guy's celebration, and they got an easy A already. So it's not far-fetched to say that these guys will get an easy A very soon. I remember being really hyped about this guy. But anyways, these units are low-key mid. It's not that they're mid. Yeah, they're low-key mid. I think if this guy stacked attack and defense all the way to blue and continued stacking, he would have been really, really good. But he doesn't, so it is what it is. Yeah, he's not really the best in my opinion. You could still pick him up. It's not a bad choice, but it's definitely, if you're gonna pick him over like let's say you don't have this Goku, or you don't have this Take Ultimate Gohan, right? You picking him, you're like almost playing yourself, because of this. Like Take Ultimate Gohan is just infinitely times better than this Goku is. And then Vegeta is the same thing. Vegeta's kind of underwhelming in my opinion. Even with him changing all physical orbs, all orbs on the field to physical, and him getting buffed per physical orb there is once he goes into his blue state, that one time only thing, he still doesn't even hit that hard. So it's like, it's just, I don't know. I don't really think this Goku and Vegeta are that, I really don't see them as really decent units. They're fine, right? They're not like, these units definitely up here are definitely a lot better. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend them in my opinion. Then you have full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who in my opinion deserves an EZA. He needs it just to be a little bit more defensive, right? He raises attack and defense up to 70%. The more HP remaining, the greater the stats boost. So that's another really bad thing about him. At 100% HP, he's going to be the best he is defensively. He has no defense at the start of turn. It just depends on his HP, right? Because you can if this guy's in the 3rd slot, and by the time you hit the 3rd slot, you have 10% HP. Whatever, he has no defense, right? So no defense at the start of turn, just based off your HP. And the weaker you are, the less defense he has. I do not like that. So I do think if this guy got like attack and defense up to 100%, the less HP remaining, the greater the stats boost, he would have been a lot better. Because the weaker you are, the stronger he's hitting, and the better he's defending. But for whatever reason, that's not the case. So Super Saiyan 4 Goku, in my opinion, he's mid. With level 10 links on a decent team, he could be looking pretty good. But I'm just not the biggest fan of this guy. I think he still needs an EZA, to be honest. He's not the greatest. And then you have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who low-key is really good with his EZA. He's a very powerful unit. Powerful in terms of defense, right? He's a very tanky unit. Can definitely get you through some of the OG stages of Super Battle Road because of how tanky he is. Vegeta's family, Pure Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, all that good stuff. So technically, he's not the worst pick, and he only costs 150 red coins. So it's like let's say you have 800 red coins, you buy one LR and you don't have him. I mean, you could pick him up, right? He definitely does help. Once you get him EZA'd, he definitely does help a lot, or a lot more than what he did before in those stages. So let me know what you guys think. Which unit will you be picking up? If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.